Suicide Squad back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in, watching these videos, and everything. You know, it's definitely a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. I know some of y'all, if y'all haven't seen, we did move. You know, one thing about it is, you know, I'm not even gonna say myself. You know, God is amazing. God is definitely amazing, and He does beautiful things. We was, you know, in an apartment before, then moved to another apartment, and then, you know, moving into an amazing, beautiful, big house is definitely a blessing, man. I'm telling y'all, it's definitely a blessing, and I definitely appreciate every single one of y'all for everything. It's definitely been a journey, definitely been a grind. We was just talking about how I started reactions, and y'all see I have over like, what, 3,000 videos starting reactions, and I started reaction, you know, a few years back, and I was literally doing reactions in my sister's room, doing reactions in my car, literally doing reactions while Chris was in, at times had doctor's appointments, so I throw a reaction, you know, do a reaction in the car, set my mic up and stuff, and, you know, looking back, it's definitely a blessing, and it's you know, it's been a struggle, and it's a lot of people that start things, you know, if you start in YouTube or you starting this and starting that, just keep going, and it'll definitely pay off in the end. And not even, you know, I can't even say pay off, because you do nothing but grow. You know, we grow as human beings, so everything else, you know, it'll grow with you. But definitely appreciate y'all. Much love with, you know, to everybody. Seen this video and immediately had to see what was going on. Definitely appreciate y'all though. I can't, you know, I definitely have to say that. But make sure y'all go check out Doug X out in the description box down below. Let's get in the video.
Well, Nathan Wade's texts reveal everything. We did an earlier video on this when they first announced that they were subpoenaing the text. Now we have this exclusive article from Breitbart. Breitbart's where I got my started in citizen journalism. They had me do a blog, and I knew Andrew Breitbart. Love those guys over there. So let's read the article. Welcome to Doug in Exile. Thank you for subscribing. You're really helping this channel when you subscribe and join us in exile. Court filing cell phone data shows Nathan Wade misled judge in Fani Willis case. What is the disco call? What? It's also the sound of the police. Cell phone data obtained from AT&T through subpoena strongly suggests that Nathan Wade made 35 trips to Fulton County. Prosecutor Fani Willis's Hapeville neighborhood, contradicting his testimony in court under oath of just 10 visits. An affidavit filed Friday, that's today, by Trump attorneys contend. So,
and y'all see about the whole AT&T thing the other day that happened. We don't have AT&T, so it didn't, you know, gladly, you know, it didn't happen. But I heard it was literally, I don't know if this happened to y'all, but I know it here in Indiana. It was a lot of people. I think Chris had woke up and said that it was somebody who was talking about, I can't remember who it was, but they had woke up. I think it was a family member of hers, and he said that he woke up at like 5 a.m. and his phone wasn't working. It started working at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So going that long without your phone, that's wild.
He was only off by 25 visits. Not a big deal to me if he said it was 11 or 12, if he was off by 1 or 2 visits, but now you're hiding information that we need to know. The filing, if true, suggests Wade may have committed perjury. Fulton Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee will decide whether to admit the affidavit and the cell phone records into evidence. I don't know how much his donation to Fani Willis will influence this decision, or his Judge McAfee's wife's 2 donations to Fani Willis's campaign, whether he'll allow this in the court or not. But maybe if I can make a suggestion to Trump's attorneys, why don't you make some donations to McAfee and his wife, since they seem to be, you know, those kinds of people. Willis is the lover of Wade, a fellow prosecutor she hired to prosecute former President Donald Trump in the election interference case. Trump and co-defendant Mike Roman accused Willis of maintaining maintaining an improper romantic relationship with Wade. And I think the corruption goes even deeper than that. Wade testified that his relationship with Willis began in 2022. So the timeline is very important in this. After Fani Willis opened the case against Trump in 2021. So
but it was said, if I'm not mistaken, allegedly that it was 2019, 2018.
Remember, she said that at the church even, but also under oath. Said, I didn't. I hired him. I started going to bed with him after I hired him, as if that makes some kind of a difference. Yeah. I don't get the difference it makes. I'm sorry. You're corrupt if you go to bed with him even after you hire him. Maybe that's how she dates. Maybe that's how she finds her men, is this way. The affidavit appears to contradict that contention. The Atlanta Constitutional Journal Trump's lawyers relied on data collected from Wade's cell phone and cell phone tower transmissions to track his movement. So they're using this tower that pings his phone, and they can look on the records of where he went. It seems to contradict Wade's testimony that week, in which he said he had visited Willis at her condo in Hapeville no more than 10 times before he was hired in November of 2021. It also indicates Wade twice arrived late at night at the condo and left early the next morning. In the months before Willis and Wade said their relationship became romantic early in 2022. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to think of what he could be doing there. Getting there late at night, leaving early in the morning. He just needed a place to crash, maybe. Maybe our imagination's going a little wild. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm waiting for Wade and Fani Willis to come up with a cockamamie excuse like they did with the we pay only in cash. Wade's going to go, oh no, I allowed Fani Willis to take my cell phone home 35 times. I didn't go. That was just my cell phone. See, it's a black thing where you let people take your cell phone home. That's what they're going to give us next. Both Wade and Willis testified last week. They did not spend the night together at the Hapeville condo. That's perjury. Okay. The timeline is important for two reasons. If Willis and Wade were a couple before she hired him, it raises the prospect that she may have violated at least the spirit of anti-nepotism rules, meaning do not hire someone you are sleeping with, but when you hire them, do go ahead and sleep with them. Just make sure it's not before you hire. They can still be on the payroll making money, and you can go to bed with them all you want, extracting pleasure, go on expensive cruises, go to Napa wine country. Just don't do it before you hire them. That would be just way corrupt. The Fulton police policy specifically focuses on family members. More importantly, both Willis and Wade have testified under oath that the relationship began in 2022. If defense attorneys can prove that they lied under oath, it could constitute perjury. Anyways, if they lied under oath, it just goes to undermine their overall credibility. The affidavit notes that Willis and Wade made 2,000 phone calls to each other during the first 11 months of 2021. They also exchanged about 12,000 texts. During what are they? Are they 14 years old, or are they just otters? During Wade's testimony, he claimed the cell phone records would be incorrect if they contradicted his testimony. Okay, so if phone records were to reflect that you were making phone calls from the same location as the condo before November 1st of 2021, and it was on multiple occasions, the phone records would be wrong. A Trump lawyer asked Wade. By the way, that Trump lawyer at that point knew the question he was asking was loaded. If the phone records reflected that, yes, sir, Wade replied. Wade lied, not realizing Trump had the phone records probably. If they'd be wrong, Trump's lawyers asked, they'd be wrong, Wade said. That's very confident that he can bold-faced lie under oath. And therefore, their swear, all this law stuff doesn't mean anything. McAfee, it's time for you to dismiss these people, probably the whole case, but for sure, Fani Willis, probably the whole corrupt office, anything involved in Fulton County. With these taxpayer dollars, we're paying them taxpayer dollars to lie, cheat, and interfere with an election. That's your legacy, McAfee. Get this thing done. I'm dug in.
Telling y'all, it's one thing about this whole situation with them, and is the fact that they know what it is. McAfee, just like he said, stuff is more so of getting it done. More so the quit talking, quit saying, this is, and to get something has to happen, because you know what it is. It's too much that ain't got out. Too much that got on. The focus thing got away from Trump. You hear Nathan Wade, Fani Willis. You hear y'all know Letitia. Y'all hear so many, other names, and even the people that were on the side, because believe it or not, it was people on on Fanny's side. It's people that starting to understand. Yeah, she is. Come on. I mean, it's just one of those things. People got to start paying attention. People got to wake up, and they got to realize what's going on. They got to realize what's going on. Like I said, history is in the making right now. It's cooking up. Make sure to like, but subscribe. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. Catch y'all next one.